Hey everybody, it's me, Just Keys, and I'm here with a vlog. Haven't done one of these in a while. We'll get a little bit closer, bring the mic a little bit closer, so y'all can hear me a little bit better. Please stay, please don't fall down. Thank you. Um, okay. So, uh, as you can tell by the title of this vlog, I had a pretty crazy experience this past weekend. Um, from when this was uploaded. So, as many of you know, like I mentioned before, my dad passed away 4 months ago, right? Okay. And, in that time, I've really missed him and everything. And as experienced this weekend, it's not something I went and sought out, you know. I wasn't looking to do this. It's just something that kind of happened. Okay. I'm gonna get into the story and everything of what happened. Is legit, true story. Um, and I'll have some stuff in here that y'all can listen to and y'all can determine what y'all hear, right? Um, we're into the story of how this all went down, okay? And this kind of went over like 2 days, and some of it's kind of be compressed together, okay? So I'm really into like spirituality and stuff, okay? That's one thing about me, you know, that I'll tell y'all. Um, I believe in stuff like the law of attraction, manifestation, and all that, you know. You think I'm crazy, but I've had experience with that stuff, and what the hell? I don't know. That was crazy. That's some sirens going down the street. I don't know. Anyways, talk, talk about talking about EVPs. Now sirens are going down the street. That's crazy. Uh, anyways, yeah. So like I believe in that stuff. I've had experience with the law of attraction, manifestation, and stuff like that. Maybe one day I'll tell y'all about my experience with that. In another video. So I watch a lot of videos now. And I watch like I like watching stuff about near death experiences, astral travel, psychic mediums. It's just something I'm interested in. I believe in some of it. I do like to. I will say this. Um, when it comes to this, the health way of approaching it is you always have approach it with common sense. Um, like I don't believe that dimensions are gonna merge together or anything like that. So, anyways, um, talk about bringing back on track. Sorry. I'm sorry. This video is probably long. We're already at like 4 minutes now. Um, yeah. So I watch videos like that stuff, and I just kind of stop for a while. Like how like you kind of got like an interest, and you really get into that interest and you watch stuff on it and whatever, or if it's a game you play it along, and then something else comes along that you kind of like, oh, well, I'm gonna be into this for a while. And it's not that you lose interest, but you kind of just stop watching. That's what happened. I kind of stopped watching those videos, and then maybe like just like the past month, I was like kind of starting to get back into it. It started really with paranormal investigation videos, and then like I started getting recommendations for like um law of attraction stuff in my videos, and like psychic medium, and I was watching this one guy, okay, and he was talking about like like negative spirits and stuff like that, and like like how to protect yourself and all that stuff. And he mentioned when it comes to like talking to people on the other side, you know, he was like never use a Ouija board, never use the spirit box. If you're trying to contact a loved one, those are dangerous. And mentioned one of the safest ways is using a pendulum. So pendulum is basically like I have this. This is the one I use, but yeah. So you hold your hand like this, right? And you ask a question. And if it swings, whichever way it swings, it's supposed to be like your question. I'll get more into that in a second. Um, and this actually isn't what I use, but this is really cool, you guys. Let me show you this. I gotta get like in the camera. Let's see, let me turn it. Turn it. Which way is it? Yeah. So it's the tree of life. And this is actually an urn necklace, right? So my dad's ashes are in here, right? Um, Obviously some of his ashes, not all of them. Um, so and I kind of knew about that, of course, and like I said, it wasn't something that it wasn't like I was, like how can I talk to my dad on the other side? Google, like, I wasn't like searching. It was just something that was like mentioned in this video, right? And one thing, since my dad passed, he visits me, okay, and I know when he's here, okay, because he touches my head, okay, and since it's a like I use the word weird sensation, but it's not like a weird sensation, and it's not like a spooky sensation. It just feels like slightly like rub it. It's one spot on my head, right? Um, and it happens often, And some people gonna say like, oh, that's in your head, but you know, I know these are my experiences, you know. But you know, that happened. I started feeling him. You know, he's around. He was around. And I said, I'm gonna be honest, I feel it right now. So he's around. Um, so he's around. So I was kind of like, huh, I was kind of get the feeling he wanted to talk. So I did some research. I guess I knew a little bit about the pendulum thing and everything. Um, um, but I decided, do a little research, and finally, I mean, it didn't take me. I maybe did like an hour, like making the decision to finally go with it, probably. But I felt like good about it. Okay, I feel like this was safe. You know, I know there are gonna be people out there that don't agree, that respect your opinion, um, and everything. And everybody, please, keep it, let's keep it civil in the comments. So I don't know what kind of comments this video is gonna get, but I just want to share my experience with y'all. Okay. Um, I know people are not gonna. I know there's gonna be some people that don't agree with any of this. For whatever reason. But I'm just sharing, and just gonna get this out the way. Um, if there's anybody that's gonna ask, well, can you do a video where you do it? Where you use the pendulum, um, to talk to your dad so we can see it. no, I'm not making any videos like that. I'm just sharing my experience. And I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. If anybody wants to talk to me about it. But no, I'm not making any videos where I actually do it or anything like that. Because it's just that in itself is, doing it itself is very private. I feel like, you know, um, so just respect that. That's all I ask. Okay, but so getting into like the actual what happened and everything. Um, so I did my research, all right, and got my necklace. I have a amethyst necklace. Um, so I got that. I don't really wear it anymore because it actually used to be on this chain. This is one of the only like chains that actually I can get goes over my big fat head, right? and and I had another chain for it, but it broke. So I just used, like I still use that chain for it. Um, 'Cause they can still go on it. I just have to hold it a certain way where it doesn't fall off, right? And so I got it, and I'll show you what I did. So, how the pendulum works is first thing you gotta do. The first thing I did was I said like a little prayer, you know, for protection and just and everything. And I did that because whenever you're doing like anything that's like important, so it's a little protection, surrounding myself with white light and everything, and got ready. So the first thing you do is take it, and you can't just start asking questions, right? Okay, because the one thing is like you're only gonna be able to get like a yes or no, and you just start asking questions. Like if I was just like, hey, Dad, you around? And then like it starts like it starts swinging in circles, you know, and I haven't really because it's gonna be different for everybody apparently, you know. Um, so what you do is kind of like you program it, right? You set an intention, right? Um, so first thing you do is you say something that's to be true, right? So I said my name. I said my name is Keeks, and the pendulum is. I'll show you kind of like how I hold it. This is different because the other one I think is a little bit longer. But yeah, I kind of held it like this, right? Um, so I kind of held it like that, and I would say my name is Keegan, and it would start swinging like when I said that it started swinging like that, right, side to side, right, and then I said, okay, well that's my yes. I said, okay, my name is Simon. Start swinging back and forth, right, away from me towards me, right. So that's my no, right. So get that determined, all set up. Finally, it's time to start. Well, this is Friday night, and I'm like around 11:30, somewhere around there. I'm like, okay, Dad, are you here? Are you here? And I was already feeling him and everything. And that's really that. The whole time I was doing this, I was feeling him. Right? He was over my head, just like he is right now. And and so that validation. That's how I know, and just like how I felt the whole time. Okay, you know, because I definitely believe that I would know if it was something trying to trick me or something. I would sense it. I believe that. I know it was him. Okay, so I asked, Dad, are you there? It starts swinging yes. I'm like, wow, okay. it starts swinging yes. All right, and and I did this, like I said, I did this like 2 days. I did this Friday night, and I did some stuff on Sunday. So, but I'm gonna combine everything together here, right? So, are you there? Yes. And I don't, I don't remember like the exact like order of everything I asked. All right. Um, I asked him if where he's at, if it's beautiful over there. He said yes. And here's the thing I want to say about the answers that were yes. Here's what I'll say about those. That it would swing. It would just swing wildly like that. Like um um and you know and that was like, oh man, when I see it swing wildly like that, I was like, oh man, that's so great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Um and a lot of answers I got were yes. Okay. I only got like a few no's. And most of the no's I got were funny stuff. Like funny stuff, and I'll get into that in a second. So yeah, I asked him if it was beautiful over there. He said yeah. Um, I asked him if if he was with some more pets that had passed. All right, sorry about that. I had to go. Sorry about that. Hate this. Trying to get a new one. Um, I had to go. We have problems with our AC unit. It's been leaking, so feel like I had to go get a bucket. But anyways, so I asked him if he was with some more our pets that passed away. We've had like 3 pets that passed away. Their names were Oreo, Jolie, and Cleo. I asked if they were there with him, and he said yeah. Um, I didn't ask if he was like with any family member that passed away. I wasn't like, oh, are you with you with mama, you with granny. Didn't ask anything like that. I did ask him if like everyone he expected to see over there, if they were there. And he said yeah. Okay. Um, asked if he had a house over there. He said yeah. Okay. I asked if it was big. He said yeah. Got a big house over there. I asked let's make sure this mic's getting everything. Because I'm not the loudest speaker. Um, asked him. I was like, it's got a lot. I was asking, like, does it have a lot of rooms? He said, yeah. I said, could you tell me how many rooms it's got? Could you give me a number? He said, no. And that's why I said, oh, so it's got an infinite amount of rooms. And he said, yeah. So I was like, oh, you got room for everybody over there won't come over. And he said, yeah. Right? And then I had to ask this, okay? Okay? My dad, in his life, he hated corn. Hated. He hated corn. He would never eat corn. Whenever we had corn, he was having green beans, okay? Alright? And, and, so, and that wasn't always the case, okay? Funny story of, like, how his hatred of corn came to be, and, I'll save that for another time, but, I had to ask him. I'm like, Dad, is there any corn where you're at? He said, no, not where he's at. He said, there's no corn where he's at, okay? So then I asked him, like, well, when I come, visit your house, can I bring some corn? He said no. And I was like, oh, so when I have a house over there, you want me to leave the corn at my house? He said, yeah. He said, you better leave that damn corn at your house. Um, Another thing my dad enjoyed doing in his life, um, was there was a period in his life where he got into riding motorcycles, and he actually had like what they call a trike, right? Um, and he had got into it. He was actually in like kind of like a little like local motorcycle brotherhood thing. Well, not local, it was state local or something. I don't know about it. Um, he started hanging out with some more like some other bike riders and stuff and everything, and he was hanging out with a little group, having a good time. And my mom would ride on the bike and stuff, and it was a time, and unfortunately at the time, that's when he kind of started getting sick, and he couldn't ride anymore. Um, it was a very like it was a period like thinking back on it now, like it seemed long at the time it was going on, but it was kind of short. Like um, so kind of thinking back on it, I was like, it's kind of sad because he didn't get to like really enjoy it. He got to enjoy riding, but not as long as he would have liked to. He ended up having to sell the trike and all that because he couldn't ride it anymore because of his condition. Um, so that's something he really enjoyed doing. So I asked him, Dad, are you riding motorcycles over there? He said, yeah. That was a big yes. That was a big yes. Yeah, so motorcycle riders, when you get to the side, you're gonna be riding some motorcycles. um, so another thing he enjoyed doing was he enjoyed going hunting. Okay, I live in the South. Everybody hunts around here. It's not something that I personally got into, but I have a lot of family members that go hunt and stuff. And it's something he always enjoyed doing. So I asked him if there's hunting over there. I asked him, Dad, have you been doing any hunting over there? And he said, yeah. He said, yeah. And then I asked him, have you killed anything over there? He said, yeah. And, don't know. He could be lying about that. Um, One of the reasons he can be lying is because when he was alive, all the time he went hunting, he never killed anything. Uh, um, so he could be pulling my leg on that one a little bit. Now, if he's telling the truth, like that's interesting. You can hunt and kill game animals in heaven, apparently. And I'm using the term heaven as a broad term here. I just want to say that. And it's everything I use is a broad term. So I'll say heaven. I'll say the outside. Say afterlife. Man, I'll say. Uh, I don't know, I was trying to think of another term, but yeah. But heaven for me, it's just it's kind of like it's kind of built in, right? You say stuff you're familiar with, right? But just know, like when I say heaven, I don't mean like heaven, like the bit like Bible heaven, right? The broad terms here, right? Um. Uh. So I just want to clear that up, right? I'm not gonna go very much longer here. I'm gonna get into uh which y'all probably more interested in, which I mentioned in the title. I thought some audio recordings. Okay, so I asked him if he could, you know, you know, if he could, would he be able to leave something on my recorder? Okay, so we have a little recorder right here. It's actually something my mom bought long years ago. We've always been interested in like paranormal stuff and everything. And it's a period where we thought about like maybe like doing our own investigations. So yeah, she got this. We have a one of those EMF meter things, right? Um, but it didn't really go anywhere. I mean, if I ever get the chance to go on an investigation, that would be awesome. I would love to do that. I would love to. You know what? I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna go on an investigation. Um, Will I get whether that be by invitation or some other way, I'm gonna do an investigation. So I'm gonna putting that into the universe. Okay, I'm gonna manifest that, right? So right, look at this little recorder, right? So I was like, hey, would you be able to leave something on it for me? And he said yeah. And then I asked him if he would like to, So I felt like it was very important, being polite, asking like, hey, would you like to do this, you know, I think, of course, my dad, so I'm gonna treat him with respect, but regardless, I feel like, respect, right? Okay, so I, what I did is, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. So he said, yeah, he would like to leave something for me, and I actually did it twice. So I did one recording that where I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit record, let it go for a minute or so, um, and I did that, and I hit record, and I was like, okay, Dad, go ahead, and I let it play for like a minute and 5 seconds or a minute 10 seconds. I gave it a little bit of extra time, right? Um, that one, there's something, okay, and here's one thing I'm gonna say about that one. I'm not gonna put it on this one. If y'all want to hear that, because seriously, it's faint. There's something on it, like around the 34 or 35 second mark. You can hear faint, like it sounds like it's so faint, like when I just play it, like if I was just listening on here, like by itself, and I turn the volume all the way up, and on here the volume doesn't go up that loud. It goes up to like 27, right? Um, Please don't fall down. Sorry about that. My mic was about to fall down. There it goes again. Thank you. I need to get a new mic. I need to get a better mic with a better stand. Um, uh, right. So if I just listen to it, just start recording by itself, just let ears, no headphones, right? You can barely hear it. It's faint. Um, if I wear headphones, and I have the file on my computer, I've uploaded the file on my computer and everything. Listen on here, full volume with headphones on, and like I said, around 30, somewhere like the 30 seconds, right? And like the 34 second mark, somewhere around there. There's a voice, and it's so faint in the background, and but it sounds like my dad. It's his tone, the cadence, and everything. I just can't make out what he's saying. I can't make out what he's saying. What I think I can make out is it sounds like almost like he's saying like put the bag in or put your back in it or um, put put something in. My mom even joked, because I told her about all this and everything, and she would joke saying like, oh, he's probably telling you to know. He's probably saying put it up your butt or something like that, because he would make a joke like that or something. Um, and just to mess with me. That's something I know he would do. So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But it's so faint that I'm not gonna put it in this video. Um, is that something y'all want to hear? Maybe somebody can take a look at it and see if they can like raise the volume up. I'll do a future video, part 2 of this, where I just put that in, and people can see what they hear, if anything. But the next one I really want to share with y'all, because this one you can hear something clearly, okay? And I let my mom listen to both like clips, but the first one she don't really hear anything, and the second one, I can hear it just by listening to it. I don't need the headphones to hear it. You can hear it clearly with your ears. But she does have some hearing problems, so she can't clearly hear it. So I'm interested in what y'all are gonna think about this. I'm interested to hear, like, this is the point that this is part where I'm gonna be interested in like reading the comments. So I really hope y'all watch this part, okay? And I'll try to break this down into chapters, basically, so y'all can go wherever and stuff. Okay. Um. Um. So after that first recording, I found some more. And I just I asked him like, "Is it okay if I leave the recorder on while I talk to you some more?" Um. And he said, "Yeah." So continuing the conversation, I was like, asked him if he had any regrets. He said no. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Um. Asked him if he you know if he was having a good day. He said yeah. And I was like, no more bad days, right? And he said, yeah, that was a big yes, because yeah, towards the end it was bad, it's getting bad, yeah. So we kind of like wrapped it up around there, right? Um, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not telling you like everything like I asked, like some stuff was private, and I want to keep that private, so I'm sure y'all can respect that. Alright, so I kind of wrapped it up. I thanked them for talking to me, and I was like, I miss you, and I love you, and I miss you. And when I said I love you and I miss you, it swung yes. So I took that to mean you too, alright? Um, so then I went and I listened to the second recording, and the second recording was like around 4 minutes long, but around the 2-minute 27 mark, in the background, there's a voice saying yeah, right? So I've clipped that. I'm not gonna put the whole 4-minute clip up on here. I've taken that part of it, and I've that's what I'm gonna put here. So that's what you guys are gonna hear next. So here we go. To the hospital, the doorknob broke when Aunt Billy and Uncle Phil was coming to pick me up to bring me over there. So yeah, that was the EVP clip that I got. So if you listen closely, right when I say doorknob, um, in the background you hear somebody say yeah, and that's my dad's voice. That's exactly what he sounded like. What he sounded like when he was alive, right? Um, um, so that was there was a. I don't really know much about clearing up audio and stuff. I wish I could like take my part of it out, you know, and just have that part out, that have that part in, right? Um, but unfortunately, I don't know how to do that. So, you know, um, and so, quickly, you know, I'm gonna wrap this up now, kind of towards the end of it. That was my experience. That was my experience, and I know it was him. And everything was like kind of validation. Okay, like I said before, it's not something I went and sought out, but I do kind of feel like he kind of led me towards it. Right? It was what, synchronicities or something like that. I don't know. There's still stuff I'm learning too, right? Um, but yeah, it's just something I want to share with y'all. It was a cool experience. It's not something. It's not something I plan on doing every day. You know, be like, I'll put time to pull out the pendulum, talk to my dad. You know, I might do it on special occasions like his birthday, Father's Day, stuff like that. You know, but you know, I know when he's around, and um, um, my mom's having a conversation with me now. Um, yeah. Um, so I told her I was recording a video. But when she wants to talk to me, she just starts talking. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be for this video. I hope you all enjoy this. Please, even if you did disagree with me on this and stuff, try to be respectful in the comments. You know, and you know, you're not you're not gonna be respectful towards me. Try to be respectful towards each other in the comments. You know. Um. Yeah, I'm interested to see what y'all have to say about this. What y'all have to say about that audio clip. Um. And like I said, if y'all do want to hear the other one, like I said, it's very faint, very very faint. I'll post another video and I'll post that audio clip. Okay. So anyway, guys, I hope you all have a good night, a good day, whatever time you're watching this video. I hope you all have a good one. I love you guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.